Thank you for clicking on the video. Today, I'm going to be going over my Solo Victory Cup finals. This is the third Solo Victory Cup finals of the season. If you're new here, please leave a like and subscribe. I tend to go over almost every tournament that there is to play. I'm going to be trying a different style, more of a VOD review than just showing you the gameplay. That means that I will be talking over it at points when I think I did something wrong, and if you see anything that I did wrong as well that I don't point out, feel free to leave it in the comments. Right here in game one, I land grand. If you don't know, this is where I land every Cash Cup game. Unfortunately, I was double contested to other people, and I didn't really have that much loot. So I needed to fight, especially for a fizz bottle.
That was the most scoped fight I think I've ever had in my life.
Cutting straight over
Right here,
into the
dude.
end game, I wasn't too desperate for a refresh. 230 wood, 170 brick, and cat metal, with 4 minis and 55 fizz, along with my 3 medkits. I just wanted to look for something if it was free, so that I didn't have to stress that much about it later in the game.
That bad. Getting only hit for 50, bro, I'll take it. Because it could have been so much worse.
Wait. It didn't use my
As you've seen, I unfortunately dashed into somebody that just dashed as well, and we met each other face to face. I did
Really, bro?
start the fight off hitting him for about 101, I believe. Unfortunately, I don't use the Sovereign that often, so my timing in my head was of Gatekeeper, which, if you don't know, is either about a second or a couple milliseconds off of each other. So my aim was aiming like I had a Gatekeeper, but instead I had a Sovereign, which messed up my aim, therefore I got eliminated.
I rotated kind of center, so wherever zone pulls, I should be able to rotate to, and I use minimal mats.
If you didn't see yesterday's video, you wouldn't know, but I have qualified every week this chapter, and with it there being no mobility, it comes down to a lot of the core mechanics of competitive, which is really good for anybody that's trying to get into competitive, or people like me that are trying to perfect their flaws when it comes to competitive and competitive endgames. So last week and the week before, I struggled heavily
I just got like
with
the
getting
refresh.
refreshes, because it used to be having a mobility item you didn't need refreshes as badly as you do right now. So I'm glad to see this week that I'm getting a lot more refreshes, and those refreshes are coming kind of easily. I'm
Not
looking
my
a little
bush,
bit
but I'm
harder
not.
and looking a little bit smarter as well.
I'm gonna have to rotate though. This kid's shooting me out. I'm not even gonna hold it. There's no sense.
Bro, I don't understand why I'm the only one being held. Don't do it, bro.
Unfortunately, with the elimination earlier, that I hit the kid for 80 and he died to somebody else. Unfortunately, with that elimination, all I really got from it was mats, so I still have no AR ammo and still need a new fizz bottle. Now this guy does get eliminated in front of my box, so I tarp out to grab the fizz that I see. I successfully grab the fizz and some of the extra mats, but somebody does come along behind me and takes my back wall first try and double tacks me down to about 40 HP. This does put me on a back burner and I try to get away. In doing so, I get looked at by another guy, thus wasting a lot of my mats and then rotating. I'm still trying to rotate into zone as well as stop and heal, and I have basically wasted all my mats. I box up in wood, which a tip is to try to never box in wood because you will get focused a lot easier. As you see right here, this guy jumps in because he sees me on wood and he most likely has no mats, so he sees it as a free refresh. Right here, you can see this Harley Quinn skin rotating into zone. In
Let's actually
these
see if I can do
smaller circles that have a
candles.
lot of people, such as this one with 45 people alive, if you're getting shot at, you want to make a box fully around yourself, if not a too wide box, so that other people don't start looking at you. Now, what does this skin do? It doesn't do that. It just blocks me off from shooting at them, which makes me think they're not the best player.
This kid deadass just forced
Keeping
me to
all
use
that
a path.
information in mind,
Use a
it
fucking-
helped me get this refresh right here, because knowing that they might not be the most aware or the most quick at building around themselves, it helps me in
I'm on
making
dead
sure
side,
that
I
lobbying
really
this
shouldn't be
person
getting
is going to
looked at
be
like I am.
worth my time and worth the
It's
ammo.
like, just confuses me so hard because it doesn't make any sense.
Going into this endgame, I felt really confident in my skills to win this game. I positioned myself at a high layer there. It did use all of
I
my
am on a
dashes,
burn,
unfortunately, but I knew that it was rotating towards the underworld, so I would have the opportunity to re-grab my dashes. Now, as you'll see, I build in wood, which is ultimately, I'll spoil it, the downfall of this game. Even though I literally said it last game, it's just one of those beginner mistakes that I make somehow, and that's building in wood when I still have hard mats. Looking back at this is so terrible. I'm cringing, and I think that the person I'm watching is an absolute AI.
No way.
Not only did I use wood to box, which I think using wood on the rotates to block people off is fine, but when it comes to boxing, you need to use your hard mats, even if that is metal. And not only did I use wood to box, I didn't even put a cone above the floor, which is so irritating to me. If you
There it
enjoyed
is.
this,
That's the
please make
game.
sure to leave a like and subscribe. I am almost live every day on Twitch, unless it is a tournament day, therefore I will record it and upload it just like this one.